Cook Island leaders and locals say they're proud to be hosting the forum. Elisha Foon is in Rarotonga and spoke with Foreign Affairs Minister Te Pairu Herman, who fought for the forum to be in the Cook Islands. They spoke about the preparations and significance of hosting the Leaders' Summit, symbolically in front of the memorial site where the forum's founding father, Albert Henry, is buried.
One of the things we continue to be grateful for in government is the way in which our community embrace when government makes commitments for undertakings such as hosting the annual gathering of forum leaders. And so you will see a real excitement over the next couple of days. There are final preparations. You're going to have over 200 primary school children who will be part of that opening ceremony, drawn from more than 10 primary schools. What you will not see is those who have been working, volunteering for weeks now to spruce up our roads, to spruce up our public places, to trim the trees. So it really is a whole of nation contribution, and not just Rarotonga in Aitutaki as they prepare for the retreat. There's also been a lot of community involvement to make sure that we can all be proud of the hosting that we deliver over the next week.
And what does this mean for the Cook Islands to be hosting a forum like this?
This is a very... We don't make commitments to host lightly. The Pacific Islands Forum is very personal for the Cook Islands. Our founding father, in whom stone I stand in front of right now, we were there at the very beginning with a handful of other, at that time, very newly independent Pacific Island Forum states. So one of the things we're very keen to do a better job of this year as the Cook Islands is to have our people learn more about our involvement in the creation of the forum 52 years ago, but also in all that the forum has delivered. We hope for our Cook Islands people, they will have an opportunity to connect directly with Pacific leaders through the pavilion that will feature at the Punangani Market Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, but also to serve as inspiration for our Pacific leaders of what's possible when leaders, our Pacific leaders, work together. The challenges confronting every country all around the world are extremely difficult. What we have in the Pacific Islands Forum is a very unique, more than 5-decade partnership and relationship that has helped each of our small island nations overcome these complex challenges. There is a real power and an ability to overcome when we work together, and that's why we chose the theme that we did. Our voices, our choices, the Pacific way, promote, partner, prosper.
Where we're standing is extremely significant. You know, the tomb of the founding father of the forum, Albert Henry. How significant was the pardon?
The pardon was very significant. The pardon was finally, for me personally, a lifting of what has been a quite heavy cloud over what is a mammoth contribution made by Papa Arapati. He's not just leader of our country, but in the years before and in the years after. He was well known for saying, no one in the tribe is left behind. And that continues to serve as a reminder for Cook Island leaders, the obligation they have to the people of this country in how they lead and in how they serve. It was him in 1964 that travelled to the United Nations, and the Cook Islands, through a unilateral act of self-determination, chose to be self-governing in free association with New Zealand. At the time, we had 4 choices. We could become fully independent. We could be self-governing in free association, which is what we choose. We could be part of a Polynesian bloc, but through his visionary insight, he and the leaders of that time chose self-governing in free association. And with the benefit of hindsight, fast forward 50 years later, the Cook Islands has evolved its international persona in the manner in which it deals with the world, in the manner in which it partners with the Pacific first and foremost, and with everyone else, in a manner which meets the needs, the evolving needs of the people of this little country. The lifting of a pardon, I can't emphasize enough. It was many, many years ago. Our voices, our choices, the Pacific way the obligation remains on us, public servants like myself, and parents, to make sure that our children know their history, because if they know their history, they can't possibly misstep.
What would you like to say to US, China and other delegates who may come in with an agenda?
We'd like to see all partners, be they China, be they the United States, France, be they Saudi Arabia, be they the United Arab Emirates, that our voices, our choices, the Pacific Way, is where they focus their effort. And in that regard, the role that media have to play to ensure that the space for the discussion and the exchange puts front and center the voices of not just Pacific leaders, Pacific people, Pacific youth, Pacific church leaders, Pacific community leaders, Pacific business leaders.